flanked by Cruz on one side and Romeo on the other. The beaming figure looked perfectly at home between Beckham brothers on a family holiday to St. Tropez. At a quick glance, spotting Cruz, 20, and Romeo, 22, with a third male in their posse, as they posted on their parents' £16 million yacht, might have sparked the idea that the feud with brother Brooklyn was over. But the figure joining the trio was not their estranged sibling, but another brother, who has been spending a great deal of time with the Beckham clan in recent weeks. Footballer Mitchell Curry has easily slotted into the void left by Brooklyn and has made up the numbers on the family trip to St. Tropez, which took place while Brooklyn was renewing his vows thousands of miles away in the US, with no family in attendance. Mitchell, 26, who joined the Beckhams on their summer jaunt to St. Tropez with David and Victoria, is a professional footballer like Romeo, with the duo both having played for Inter Miami. The Beckhams are a famously tight-knit clan, and while serious girlfriends have been seen joining the boys on holiday with their parents, it's somewhat unusual to see a pal receive a coveted invite, and a testament to how close he's become to the family. He currently plays for Premier Division club Whitby Town, but began his career in 2017 playing for Middlesbrough, before he signed to Sunderland in 2020. In April 2021, he signed for Inter Miami CF2 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which is the reserve team of Major League Soccer club Inter Miami CF, and co-owned by none other than David himself. David owns Inter Miami with Jorge and Jose Mas, which they officially launched in 2018. The team began playing during the 2020 season, with his son Romeo also being signed for the reserve team Inter Miami CF2 in September 2021. Mitchell made 23 appearances with Inter Miami CF2 before leaving the club for pastures new. Romeo and Mitchell were on the team together until Mitchell joined Connecticut-based team Hartford Athletic in January 2022, and it would seem he grew close to the Beckham clan during his time in Florida. "We'd do everything together," he said, describing his friendship with Romeo and fellow English teammate Harvey Neville. Speaking to the Northern Echo, he added, "I remember the first time I met David Beckham. The heart rate was going through the roof. He'd come and watch training a lot, but the first time I met him properly, me and Romeo met him at Chipotle, and then we went back to their house. And then it just became more and more regular. They were so good to me when I was over there, and it's the same since I've come home, the full family. I can't thank them enough." Mitchell said Miami was the best year of my career. But even after leaving the club, his friendship with the Beckhams endured. He previously paid tribute to the family in an interview with the Sunderland Echo, explaining how he'd still meet David for lunch and a game of golf on return trips to Miami, as well as being invited to stay at the family home. "They have been really good to me," he said of David and Victoria. "He and Victoria live very busy lives, but they're both so genuine, and to let me stay with them in their house means a lot, and they are always there." He said that David is down to earth, explaining, "He'll just sit and have normal conversations about footy or whatever, like you would with one of your mates." This week the footballer was pictured as he lived it up on the Beckham's yacht, posing for photos with Romeo and Cruz. Other snaps showed him heading out for lunch with the brothers, while he joined David for another evening out. In an update shared to Mitchell's Instagram, he attended a tennis match in France with Romeo back in June, to which Romeo branded his former teammate "my brother." While he holidayed in France with the Beckham clan, Brooklyn, 26, and his wife Nicola Peltz, 31, were nowhere to be seen. Instead, they said "I do" for a second time on August 2nd in Westchester County in front of her family, with the Beckhams not invited amid their ongoing feud. Brooklyn and Nicola, who first wed in 2022, failed to invite any members of Brooklyn's family, with reports David and Victoria heartbreakingly found out about their big day after reading about it on a US website. It's a stark contrast to Nicola's family, who had key roles at the second wedding, with her father Nelson, 83, officiating, wearing her mother Claudia's 70 vintage wedding gown and letting her parents take center stage once again at the after-party. Brooklyn's family has been in turmoil in recent months, as it has been claimed he has become increasingly estranged from his parents after failing to attend any of his father David's 50th birthday celebrations in May. The lack of Beckham presence at Brooklyn's vow renewal is the latest sign Brooklyn and Nicola have washed their hands with his family, with many indications seemingly marking Brooklyn's intentions to quit brand Beckham for good. The Beckhams were said to be upset by the Peltzes during Brooklyn and Nicola's first wedding in 2022, as they felt they were taking over the wedding. The two families have not reunited since, and Nicola has rarely been pictured with the Beckhams. A clear sign Brooklyn and Nicola have washed their hands with his family is that fact that none of the Beckhams were invited to the low-key ceremony. A source told The Sun. This was the final kick in the teeth for David and Victoria. Seeing Nelson having such a pivotal role at the ceremony was heartbreaking for David especially. Not one member of the 30-plus extended family knew about the wedding or were invited. It feels cruel and spiteful. This is no longer a game. It has gone beyond all that. This is a family who feel they have lost their precious boy and see no way back. Honestly, they are now questioning why he even wants to keep the Beckham surname. Will he revert to Peltz? August 2nd, 2025. Is this the day Brooklyn formally declared himself no longer a part of the Beckham family? It certainly feels like it.